Tēnā koutou katoa, aku whāinga a tāngata whenua te ao, tēnei mihi atu ki a koutou katoa. Hi, my name is M2U00571. I'm Indigenous to Aotearoa, New Zealand. I'm from the Northern Tribes, from Ngāpuhi and Maitapaka right at the top there on the other side, and also from the Cook Islands. So, kia ora and kia rana from the warm South Pacific. So I'm the manager of the Indigenous portal. This week we just launched our new slogan, Eyes for Indigenous. And also our new logo, so feel free to check out our website. It's www.indigenousportal.com. Our project operates in 4 languages: English, Spanish, French and Russian, but because of the technology, it has the capacity to be in whatever language, as long as there's content providers for that. One of the things that we've been talking about in terms of this project, and this project is one of the projects of an organisation called the Indigenous ICT Task Force, which came out of the World Summit on the Information Society. So it's just one of those projects. But one of the long discussions and continued discussions we've been having is trying to find ways to get around the internet connectivity issue, because you have some Indigenous communities and some Indigenous peoples are in countries and in places where internet connectivity isn't a problem, and then you've got some of our communities which are living remotely in rural areas or in countries where connectivity is a real issue, so they're unable to connect onto the internet. So one of the things that we're doing and working on currently at the moment is providing a plain text version of all our articles which go onto the Indigenous portal on cell phones. So if people have got WAP phones and also on iPhones and that as well, we've got a stripped back version of the portal. And the reason why we were doing that is because certain areas and certain communities will never, possibly never go use laptops and computers, but they most certainly will end up using cell phones and mobile devices as well. So it's important to expand in that particular area. So we're providing a plain text version of our portal on mobile phones, but also we want to not only do that type of technology, we also want to do the real flash and technical stuff as well. So we're developing an iPhone application so that different Indigenous users who we feature on our portal will have an application, and if you're in a wireless environment, you can click it, it'll immediately start playing some of their videos. And it'll also provide a way to navigate around the portal by iPhone. One of the other big dreams that we've had is trying to find a way that we could interact and connect with community radio. And yes, I'd just like to acknowledge our brother here from Guatemala. That was a really inspiring movie. And also it brings into real clarity about the situation that a lot of our Indigenous brothers and sisters. So thank you for that. So one of the things that we do with the Indigenous portal is to use this idea of podcasting. And so for those people that don't know what podcasting is, basically what it is syndicating all your audio content on an online environment. So you could have, for example, Mohawk radio station might be providing a podcast, and they'll have a whole list of all their different broadcasts over a month. They'll store it online, and somebody can just go there, click a button either on a cell phone, if your cell phone is able to do that, or via a laptop, and it'll immediately start playing those broadcasts in whatever order that you organise it in. So one of the challenges for us for those of us that work in the internet environment is trying to find a way to bridge the gap, because one of our goals with the Indigenous portal and indeed with the Indigenous ICT Task Force is using ICTs, information communication technology. So that's all the fancy toys, mobile phones, PDAs, laptops, computers, radios, cell phones, and trying to find a way that we can use all these things to connect the Indigenous world so that we can continue the global work of the Indigenous community. Because even though there's I heard 2,000 of us here. There's 30+ million of our own relations back at home. So with the use of these toys, we can connect better, communicate better, and get the messages out about all our different struggles and all our different situations. And it's a really good opportunity as well to share and exchange best practices. Finding out what other Indigenous peoples are doing and how they're doing it is, I think, essential to all of us. So one of the ideas that we've had, and we're still thinking it through, is this idea of having a community radio database online, so that different Indigenous radio broadcasters can log in if they're able to download broadcasts that they think that their listeners might want, which is relevant to different sort of global world topics, and then they could then in turn upload their own broadcasts as well. That particular project's just in the thinking process at the moment, because we've just been talking about it over the last couple of days. But yeah, that's where the dream is heading to for us at this particular point in time. So I'll just leave it there, and kia ora and tēnā koutou. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Sean.